Hey everyone, how's it going? This is the second episode of the Zingers Podcast. It's been a while. Hasn't it? We've been away for a bit. Definitely not because we're lazy and we just put the project aside at all. But hey, we're back now. So enough with the shit.
I hate how much you sound like a douche tuber.
I am a douche tuber.
You sound like Markiplier.
Listen.
Whoa, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Into the news. Go.
Okay. So, if you've been on like any form of social media, because everyone being locked inside and not able to do that much outside, kind of made people, go it, or just the internet. But if you've been on recently, you know about the Wayfair thing, right?
Yeah.
If you don't know,
child trafficking.
if you don't know, so what Wayfair has is because Wayfair is, you buy furniture at a modest price. It's usually pretty affordable, kind of similar to like what IKEA does, but not exactly the same thing. But point is, there's been furniture that they've had on their website for like $10,000 when you'd pay like $100 for it. And also, weirdly enough, that the names of the furniture will have the name of a child that was missing, reported missing, I think, within the past year. And people started drawing conclusions, and the best possible answer that they see, most logical, that Wayfair is using their website to traffic children. So, completely normal. So,
is there any evidence for it?
There's no buggies at all.
Oh, here's the thing: that's what I was getting into. There is no evidence.
Exactly. Didn't it just come off of Reddit?
Yeah, it was off of Reddit, off Twitter, and there's stuff on Instagram about it.
Yeah.
The only evidence, which isn't even evidence, is just sus. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, having your like a $10,000 price cabinet named after like a fucking 14-year-old girl who went missing like last month is incredibly sus. However, that's only if you look at it at the surface. So the first part,
we're deep diving.
Not really. This is like pretty surface level.
Fuck you.
And when I say surface, I mean literally like the inch of like the centimeter of water on the surface. If it's like a cup that is like 2 inches tall, it is like nothing.
Okay.
It doesn't really go that deep. I'm looking at some information right now. Apparently, Wayfair has gone down 5%, 0.97 in stocks as of July 3rd. I don't know if that is what's going on right now, but if it is, it's incredibly stupid. But basically, the first thing is that most of the children that the furniture are named after, like if you go on Instagram, there's like reference pictures of like, here, let me see if I can find one to name. Wayfair child trafficking
children
yeah, child trafficking. Let me look that up on
Google. But Samaya is one of the kids done it, and then it's like a 5-shelf storage cabinet that it's listed out. Here's the thing, I'm pretty sure that kid, Samaya Muzin,
died in a 5-shelf cabinet.
Well, no, he was found in
a 5-shelf cabinet.
Samaya Muzin.
Well, what did they do with the cabinet when they found him?
They found him in a cabinet.
Yeah. Found him.
Robot check. Holy shit.
Can you say that again? Can you repeat that?
That was so bad.
You're taking him too now, guys.
Dude, did it just go really bad?
Should we scrap Nick? I think we should scrap Nick. Nick, we're gonna scrap you for farts and sell you.
Oh god, is it really that bad?
It's pretty
Oh
shit.
yeah, I just went down 3 bars.
Get closer to the router.
Say it again.
And I'm changing Wi-Fi.
Just go sit by the router with your laptop.
I'm still here. It didn't take that long.
Never mind. Sorry.
But basically, they found him. So, and that's a lot of like the cases that they use, are like children that have been found already. I don't know how many. If we talk about something else, I will kind of
really
quick.
They found alive, or
they were found alive.
Okay, that's good.
And I don't know. I remember which kid, but one of the kids was like it did an Instagram live video, and essentially she was like, "Hey, I'm like still here, dude." And she was getting like I think people were like accusing her of being like held at gunpoint, which is kind of stupid. She seemed very genuine in the video, and I'm not.
Oh my god.
Some should have a guy who's doing robot mode.
Charge your fucking batteries. Jesus Christ.
Wait, so what I'm hearing is she turned into a transformer, is that right?
Yeah, she turned into.
Shit.
Point is that she's alive and well.
Okay. Good.
Another thing is the reason behind the high prices is apparently what Wayfair does, and this is a shitty business scheme practice. But rather than like if they get out of a product, rather than like putting it as delisted, they will just jack up the prices and hope no one buys it. Because if you do try to buy it, you just can't buy it. So it's so they don't have to list it as out of stock, and then they just leave it at
fucking.
Yeah,
stupid.
it's dumb. I don't know why they're naming him after the name of missing children. It might be a weird, shitty business tactic, but I don't think you need to do really any research to realize this is bullshit, because this isn't like some sort of story. No one suspected Wayfair of child trafficking for this.
We lost Enoch.
Enoch's
Keep on going. Yeah, no.
Okay.
No one suspected Wayfair of child trafficking before this. So, why would you do that? There's so many ways that could go wrong. Because it's like, first of all, no one know about it, so you doing this is just going to bring it into light when no one has a suspicion. And also, what if just like some dude who makes like way more money than he should is just like, hey, I'm going to blow $10,000 for no reason. And then he just gets a child in the mail. Like...
Child mail.
Like, what would happen?
Order child.
Like, that would be then your entire slave ring, which is super illegal, is busted straight open for no reason when you were doing fine earlier. So basically, that's like the major case. I think there was reporting of the Wayfair CEO resigning, which he didn't. It was like a Twitter post reclaiming he did, but there's no evidence. Hang on.
Do you have any evidence for any of this shit? Goddamn.
Yeah, there's no evidence, but people will believe in conspiracy theories to comfort themselves.
Oh yeah, because people are bored
and to make false narratives. Yeah. Gotta live in their own fantasy little world. I mean, it happens all the fucking time.
Welcome back, Enoch.
This isn't something uncommon.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, so far he has not resigned yet. So there's no evidence, because there was a tweet claiming it goes, the CEO of Wayfair has resigned. Of course, that's normal when you're guilty of selling kids on a website disguised as cheap furniture.
Gross.
If you guys are gonna someone else talk, because
You want
Completely
to
gives
just
up.
send someone else the info that you're
Nick,
talking about?
Listen.
no, that's pretty much it.
Get a Wi-Fi change. Okay, well, that's a good start. That's a strong start. Child trafficking. I mean, you know, that's cool, I guess.
Off with everyone's favorite topic.
So yeah, thank you, Nick, for bringing that with us. We wish your batteries
Yeah, because
were
I'm just gonna
charged.
leave right now.
We wish your batteries were charged, but we've got another topic to get to. Anyone else want to talk?
So I have somewhat of like a discussion topic, I guess, not like just me ranting on about missing children. But I have kind of been thinking, you know, in zombie movies, how like somehow the military always get destroyed and stuff like that. I was thinking that this is a perfect situation for a zombie movie right now, because there's already people vandalizing property, which are pretty much bandits at this point. Which, honestly, that's probably not the best thing to say, because then I'm probably getting hunted down by Antifa. But like, if you really think about it, that is like the mystery way that like the military got shut down in like all these zombie movies. So yeah. You guys think about that.
Okay, all right, hold on. Pause.
Pause.
Take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone understood what you just said.
No.
Yeah, no. Alright, zombies.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Horny.
Me too.
Zombies.
Okay. Oh, just think. You're watching like World War Z or something like that.
Mhm.
How did just a handful of zombies take out all of the military?
Because the military's
Movie
stupid.
magic.
Movie magic.
Yes.
Movie plot armor.
Or
National Guard.
Maybe it was
National Guard kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
Maybe it
Well, you'd
was
think like the
Black
second they
Lives
learn like,
Matter
hey, if this
movement.
guy bites you, you're gonna become one of them. So you'd think like even if like you're defending like a
Just
barricade
shoot
or like a
him.
guard,
Don't even,
you
like, you don't
your
even
buddy
have
got
points
shot.
at that
If your
point.
buddy got like bit, you turn around and shoot him in the face. Like that's what
Yeah.
you probably do. It's like, hey, you're gonna die. It's gonna be agony turning. I'm gonna bye, man. Been nice. I went to your wedding.
Okay, but my question is, what are we comparing this to?
Yeah.
Coronavirus or
I'm
Black
just
Lives
saying-
Matter or
I'm
Antifa
thinking- like, since our people right now are pretty much turning against the military and the police and stuff like that, what if
Mhm.
that is the movie magic or whatever mystery way that they got taken
So basically
down?
you're
It wasn't
saying-
the zombies.
So basically,
It was
World War
Seattle,
Z is
Ghana.
prefaced to the 2020 civil war.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's
That's
a
what you're.
perfect
Well, that's what I'm
situation
hearing.
for that.
Which I actually,
It's a perfect
you
situation.
you don't like it, but I actually really like the idea. Is that
Is that-
the government really gets shut down, and then the COVID mutates to the zombie virus, and then
Maybe.
I'm just
Everyone
waiting
dies.
for a boog.
Boog.
I mean, the boog's about to
Boogs
happen. I
have
mean,
been started.
It's gonna be a quick boog, but it's gonna be
There
a
have been
boog.
little boogs.
It happened in
Like, you
Seattle.
know.
I think what Enoch is getting at is that something like Seattle, like these people, they completely flushed out the police in Seattle. By the way, if you haven't read up on that, I mean, I think they just took back one of the precincts in Seattle. What is it, CHAZ? Is what they're called?
Yeah,
down there?
they took back CHAZ finally.
Yeah, they took back CHAZ. I think what Enoch is getting at is like, what if that happens on like,
A larger
like
scale.
a countrywide level.
Yeah.
scale.
There is a very big possibility that will happen.
I mean, there is a total possibility that could happen. I mean, there's
And then-
more left than there are people in the military. From
and if you think about it, there
what-
are big groups of people doing that, and I doubt most of them are actually wearing masks and like washing their hands and stuff like that. So maybe there is going to be a spread of corona. Maybe corona does mutate. Zombies.
Oh, it's been mutating, man. I mean, we've
Zombies.
If it hadn't have been, we wouldn't be in this situation now.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about COVID, I mean, again, I know I sound like the paranoid conspiracy theorist, but I'm saying we're gonna be living with this thing. I guess you could say coexisting with this thing for at least another year.
Oh, for real.
Oh yeah, it's coming back.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys literally just got that
We got a warning
up in
from
Michigan.
Whitmer
Um,
that we have to wear masks on pretty
Yeah,
much
I mean-
anywhere now.
Missouri, Florida, California, the Dakotas, Nevada, everything's becoming a hotspot again. It's just going to come full circle. I mean, people say we're in the second wave, but I mean, with the overflow, this is more like the
I
third or
think what the
fourth.
worst thing is that Europe is letting travel, and I do not blame them for the EU's decisions for what they have done with this, where it's like China is allowed into the EU before the Americans are, because it should have been dead. It should have been on its like a while.
Yeah.
We have like the amount of cases, like it's insane how little
The way
people have
we-
like cared about it.
Yes,
even though,
exactly.
like-
the way we handled it, the way people are handling it is, it's
Which
it's
by the
really
way,
just setting our stereotypes straight. I mean, it is
By the
proving
way-
people that we are fucking retarded.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But by the way, people are like, oh, it has a 1% mortality rate. Even then, there is a
Bullshit.
chance that you have like permanent, like physical heart, like that you get permanent physical damage to your heart or lungs. There's like a 20% chance of that, and that's like regardless of your age. It's
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but it's like I don't want my heart beating, half the speed it normally does.
It can
'Cause-
cause permanent neurological damage
Exactly.
in the body.
You can get legitimately fucked up by this.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And
let's get off of this depressing topic and talk about a more fun topic. You guys hear about how Mexican cartel sieged down a city because they had police arrested El Chapo's son?
Fuck yeah.
God.
You guys heard about this, right?
Yeah, we were talking about it, weren't we? I don't fucking remember. What, didn't you say it happened like a
You
year
guys
ago
might.
or some shit?
Yeah, I have an article on it. I'm reading right now. This happened a year ago.
Cartel.
Before we get into all that,
Dios mío.
all right. Nick and Dom,
Huh.
drink check.
Drink check.
Drink check.
What? Hold on. I want to join in on this. Hold on.
So, what are y'all drinking today?
Anyways,
Water.
Water. See, this is why people hate us.
Water. Only one. Am I the only one that brought a different? I brought Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
Fucking cares, Enoch.
Alright, I'm
No
still
one
getting
fucking
used to the
cares.
braces. Arnold Palmer.
There you
Half and
go.
half. I see lemonade.
I mean, well, okay, so while fucking while he's looking this up, I'm gonna get just real quick back to the topic of COVID. Is that we have over 300 million cases in the U.S. now. So you know what that means? About
It means we have
one-
300 million cases.
One in one. Well, yeah. Other than that, 1 in 100 people now have corona. 1 in 100 fucking
Yeah.
people, and that's in the
Oh,
U.S.
dude, America number
That's just
one.
in the fucking U.S.
Yeah, America. Dude, we beat China at their own fucking
We
game.
beat China.
Imagine, okay,
They
imagine
made the
all
rules
the
and we
people-
still beat them.
Imagine all the people going back to Disneyland now that it just opened. 1 in 100 people.
Why
Think
would you
fucking
do
about
that
it.
though?
I don't know. But think about
Here's
it.
the thing: it is lower, for this, because it's like a lot of people who are acting responsibly and like avoiding that side situation aren't having to worry about it. It's these people who just like in Florida where you go to a public beach. Why the
And you
fuck
don't
would
give a
you do
fucking
that?
shit. Yeah. You don't wear your mask. You don't like. Why would you go to a beach in the first place in a pandemic? It's because
Because airfare is cheap and
I mean, yeah, it's
the
just
old
true,
people are
but,
not
like,
there.
Also, just why would you not maybe think just like, maybe I won't go to the beach this year because of the fucking pandemic that is killing all of my friends and family. Maybe
To
I
get
won't go the
antibodies,
beach,
maybe?
and also spread it out
maybe.
Maybe.
to other people. It's like, oh wow, that's a smart idea. No, I'm still gonna go to the beach. Fuck you.
I mean,
I hate this country.
the factor of
Come
people
on.
wearing a fucking mask is pretty stupid, to be quite honest. It's not like, what the fuck is a little piece of thin fucking cloth gonna do? It's not.
Well, it's more of just stopping other people from getting it.
It's
Yeah,
more, it's more than it's protecting other people from you. That's what that kind of mask is for. I was pushing the fact that people should be wearing respirators because you're not.
Here's the thing: is those are expensive. And you
Yeah,
can't
no,
get,
what?
you know,
Not everyone
from-
gets those. It's not like you can just give those away.
Okay, but think about the people who can't even like afford to feed their kids every day.
Also,
Like-
there are a lot of companies and stuff like that give away masks for free. If you're giving out like $20, $30 respirators for free, it's just you're gonna go down the hole even more.
Yeah, and you
Like
need
you're
to
not
still
getting
buy the
any
filters
business because
too.
of Corona already.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do feel like people are using masks wrong lately. Like,
Oh my
there's
god,
a lot
dude!
of
The amount of people I
don't
see
wear
where their
masks
noses
at
are
all.
sticking out.
That too.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people don't wear masks at all,
Just-
or they wear masks while they're at home, while they're in the car walking, like in the park.
Yeah, while
So,
they're in the car, you don't have to wear your mask.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't have to wear a mask.
I
know, your car
don't
has
think
these
people-
things. They're called cabin filters.
Exactly. And it's just like you should really only be wearing your mask when you're in enclosed, like basically just in a building. Like, yeah, maybe wear a mask like in a more populated park.
Yeah,
but
if
it's
you- if,
still
like-
an open area.
Yeah, if I'm going to get like
you
ice
should
cream
be
while I'm at the
okay.
park, I'm gonna put a mask on while I'm like
It's
near the
it's
crowd of
actually
people.
Yeah.
very insane how I've been to Ohio because I'm really not safe, but I
Columbus?
got my hair cut in Ohio before they opened up Michigan a little bit.
Yeah.
It's insane how like different states, because us three are from Michigan. Liam is from Missouri. You don't know that, but
I am in Missouri.
I
Nice.
thought the general consensus on how certain places handle it. I knew it was probably going to be different, but I didn't realize that just south was different. When I went there, dude, there was like a packed like restaurant, and like you saw like no one wearing a mask. People were walking by, no one wearing masks. It's like, and that was like a month ago too. It's like you'd think it's like, man, this virus is still pretty bad. Like I'm gonna go to my fucking favorite Baskin Robbins and just lock lips with the family I don't know, like right next to me.
It's pretty hot.
Like that's the thing I want to do.
I mean, I don't know if like you should lock lips with people you don't
No,
know.
I think it's
no,
the best way to stay safe.
I get what you're saying.
Covers all the way, man.
Anyways, do we want to continue on that fucking Mexican cartel taking over the city?
Sure.
Why? I mean, question though, why are we talking about if it's like a year old? I'm
Yeah.
sure people probably already heard
'Cause-
about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's still like okay, because the amount of people who like don't even know about the not that I was gonna say the Holocaust, but significant things they should know about.
I was gonna
like-
say the Holocaust. Not many people know about that one.
Yeah, let me
Talking
inform
about
you
that
about the
stuff like
Holocaust.
that is happening now. The whole Epstein list thing with all the celebrities.
Oh,
just getting
yeah.
taken down now. Did you guys hear that Tom Hanks is in Germany because he has a charge in America because of Epstein?
Does he
Tom
actually?
Hanks. More like
I heard that from my sister at least. I could be wrong, but
I don't think that's. I'm going to
How old
look
is your
up right
sister
now.
now?
look it up.
how old is your sister though?
Age 20.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like I completely believe that. I heard that like he was on his list, and like now everyone thinks he's a sexual predator and like diddles kids. Which would be surprised because of how nice I've heard he is, but at the same time, people in like movie industries that are actually popular are pretty scummy in real life,
Yeah, I mean,
not in
yeah.
interviews and stuff like that.
Well, obviously they gotta look good for the camera, but still. I mean, I guess maybe transitioning into that, like Tom Hanks, people spreading rumors that he's a kiddie diddler. and shit. Can we?
I
Can we
think
talk
the things
about
I'm finding
fucking-
right now is Tom Hanks. Apparently, Tom Hanks was on a flight with Jeffrey Epstein. Apparently,
Many people have been
allegedly.
on flights with fucking Jeffrey Epstein. What?
But in a
fucking
private plane. A private plane.
Bush. Bush
Oh,
was on his
yeah.
private plane like 27 times, dude.
Yeah, but it's George Bush.
Price.
Yeah, it's George. It's George Bush. Come on.
Good old George.
The man that did 9/11. Like, come on.
Like talking about Tom Hanks and how he's maybe possibly, presumably a kitty diddler. Can we possibly talk about how fucking stupid cancel culture is and how it's ruining people's careers?
Oh yeah, over something stupid on like okay, there is something people have gotten canceled who not deserved it, but they did awful things. But there
Yeah.
are also people who make a slightly racist Twitter comment 5 years ago, and then
what's the
every
case?
like literally like okay, ridiculed on the internet is a pretty fair punishment, I'd say. Not being liked by anyone on the internet, that's fine. But what the problem is how it traces back to like you cannot like some people are unable to find jobs. It legitimately can ruin someone's life. It is legitimately worse than getting like sent to prison sometimes.
I mean, I think that the problem is just people digging into these past lives when.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
multiple of these people know what they did is wrong, and they've come out about it like way back
Before
in
it
the
even
past.
happened.
Yeah, before even getting canceled. I mean, I don't want to bring up like, I guess I can. I kind of have to. Like, you probably didn't hear it, but like Jenna Marbles. I don't watch her or anything, but like what she apparently said like, oh, ching chong bing bong, something like that in a video, right? Like 5 years
She
ago.
said that, my mama.
like fucking 5 years ago, right? And people just fucking bang right into her Twitter comments, right into her fucking DMs, and she completely went off the internet.
Yeah.
Right as she came out with an apology video, done. Just like that. No more videos. It's been what, like almost a month, 2 months? Someone can do that kind of research for me.
I'll do that real quick.
But fucking like just how insane it can be to take something from
cancel like
someone's
that, yeah.
past where they know that, you know, what they did was wrong and they've made up for it. Things happen in the fucking past, and sure, you can be criticized for it, but you shouldn't be fucking canceled over it. They were stupid. They were in a different mindset back then. They were, you know, different people, a younger age. You know, they didn't think it would have consequences for saying that one thing.
Her last video was 3 weeks ago, and she it looks like she uploaded like, you know, 4 times a month probably.
Yeah, and so like fucking it's insane. I mean, we could talk about Pro Jared. I mean, sure, what he fucking did was wrong.
Oh no, okay, Pro Jared deserved it though. Pro Jared
deserved it, but the way people handled it afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell, no one deserves that. No one deserves that.
Yeah. You can say do dumb shit and
exactly
and do awful, but at the same time, literally like not able to get a stable job for the rest of your life is a completely unfair punishment. Yeah. And I'm not saying I like corporations, but at the same time, they're going off public outcry, and the fact that like the internet doesn't forgive is kind of awful. It's all, you know, you don't have to ever talk about it.
That was fucking
you
gross.
don't have to like realize that they're a normal person, but still.
I mean, these people are human beings and shit like that. You know what I mean? We make mistakes. We were made to make mistakes. It's trial and error. So, I don't know. Just I think these retards who, because this shit can affect you.
Yeah,
I know people say sticks and stones may break my bones, but the strongest people in the fucking world can look at one comment on a YouTube video or on an Instagram page, and that can fucking break them immediately, all the way down. So I think people need to chill out, and they say that they'll stop. Oh, I'll stop canceling people, and then they just go right back to it. I think how this shit should be handled, it should be handled a lot differently than it is now on the internet. I think these people who are canceling people should be canceled in that way, in some way, whether it's, you know, maybe suspended or some shit like that. These people's actions have consequences. So
yeah, exactly. Because especially because you don't have to see the fallout of what you did.
Right.
After the person gets canceled, you never hear about them again. It's like that's because they really after that they don't have like.
It's insane how sinister one can be once they put on a mask.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because that's the thing, dude. Is you know, like Call of Duty lobbies. They're like, you know, easily one of the most toxic places on the internet.
Don't even get me
and then,
started.
You know, you get to talking to that person in real life, and you're like, wow, that guy's really chill. And then, you know, you go into a Call of Duty lobby and you just listen to him to like yell at all the kids. It's like, man, that guy's an ass.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But they're still like.
I think this needs to be handled a lot differently, and it's still going on.
Have you heard about people themselves?
Say again?
There's been people who will like, people with like substantial followings, either cancel something stupid or cancel themselves. A YouTuber / streamer, I think his name is Salty DK Dan. He did it. He has a video on it. It's a decent video, but yeah, basically what it is like I don't know how many other people have done it, but I know that like other YouTubers with like not other YouTubers, just influencers with like a substantial following that can do that, which I find kind of funny. That you just, you know, can't see yourself.
I'm actually really surprised about the fact that Logan Paul did that whole Suicide Forest thing, and he didn't get canceled for a while. He still had a very big following.
He still hasn't really.
He still hasn't.
It's really dumb. Like, I think it's just YouTube knowing that he's one of the biggest influencers on the site.
Influence.
So, like, they'd lose a lot of money if they actually canceled him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure what he's been doing the last few months has been actually kind of good, though. He's been supporting the rallies. I think he's been trying to. I think he's been providing masks.
Like, listen, I will support.
Oh no, he's still.
I mean, what he said. Honestly, what he said on his podcast, like, good job on him. He's still Logan Paul. I mean, this could all, you know, obviously some publicity stunt.
To
make it look good.
person that would
Right.
do an entire change his entire character for like a few months
Yeah.
for like a stunt. But at the same time, it's
He's still doing some good.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you hear about like people like if you're very cynical, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like this that like you see like a YouTuber doing charity and you watch them and they're like kind of like a douche tuber and you're like, man, that guy's only doing it for the clout. But it's like it's still like
Still
charity
good
work.
Like,
It's still
you can't
charity
really
work.
get
Even if
mad
you
at
did it for like bad reasons, he's still helping people.
Yeah.
You'd be douche if you said that he was like, oh, he's doing it for a stunt.
You'd be.
You can't really call him out on that.
Yeah. Anyways, that was cancel
The
culture.
point of this is don't support charity.
Yeah, fuck charity. Fuck charity.
Don't
Give all your
donate to
money to, like,
orphans.
Your own money.
To Toys
you
R
make
Us.
your own money. You
Let's
treat
bring
yourself.
back Toys R Us.
Let's bring back Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
Invest.
You can't bring
I
him
want to
back
see
from what
some
they did.
company
Oh,
buy the
yeah.
rights to Chuck E.
From the
Cheese and just
animatronics.
actually make like haunted animatronics. That'd be
Oh,
that'd be
it
so
smells
funny.
good.
You just
They're
make killer
saying
robots.
It's
Oh,
Five
no.
Nights at Freddy's.
Purple guy.
If-
Purple guy.
Honestly,
Poor
I'm
guy.
fucking so surprised that Five Nights at Freddy's wasn't like turned into an actual like food chain or like
It
a
was based
franchise.
off of like an actual like.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Obviously it is,
They
but like
can't
a fucking
afford it.
real world, like you drive out to the fucking Freddy Fazbear's
No,
Pizza.
they
Oh,
could have
like a-
totally
oh, like a
made
horror
like
attraction?
a haunted house
Be
or
kinda
something like
cool.
that. That'd be sick.
Oh,
I
horror
remember
attraction?
they were supposed to make a movie like
Yeah.
last year or something like that. It just
No,
never
it was like a
happened.
while ago. It was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. It was like that. It's like, oh, okay. As I think what killed it for a lot of people is that the fact that they kept coming out with the games. The same thing what happened with like Minecraft and then like Fortnite is that all the little kids jumped on it mainly
Yeah,
because
it's
of like
the
Matt
fandom.
Pat and his videos.
It's
But,
the fucking fandom that ruins it.
Because I will be honest, that stuff's kind of I like not very enthralling. Like it's very, I mean, it's alright, but it's just like it's that kind of like where you like watch a stupid creepypasta. It's like, oh, it's creepy, like ghost spotting's in real life. Because you most of the time you don't believe in ghosts, but it's like, oh, it's creepy. Like you do that for that thrill. I guess I kind of enjoy it in that way.
I don't know. Aren't they making? Isn't he making like another fucking game?
Most likely,
Okay.
I think
I
it is.
wouldn't be
Have you
surprised.
seen the picture of Obama location?
Sorry.
I forgot about Sister Location. That was like that one was
Excuse
like
me?
kept in the dark. I feel like I've never seen a single video on that game.
Little bit of boom, 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 boom. I can't beatbox. I'm sorry. That's my impression of Obama beatboxing.
But kind of like influencers and stuff like that. Like, what is up with the YouTube videos these days? Like, they're so whack, and it's obviously that they're just trying to get views and stuff like that and clickbait. Like, it is getting kids to just weird monsters at this point.
Speaking
Like
of-
my
speaking
nephew. Huh?
I was gonna go off about TikTok.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna.
That's also happening.
Kind of segue into there at one point too.
Yeah, I was gonna go off about it. Like, for one, the fact that people are freaking out over the fact that it steals data. Like, wow.
Who would have known that like
They're not freaking
yeah,
out that it
you-
steals data. They're freaking out that they're taking it down because that's the only thing people go on these days.
Okay,
Again,
for
it's-
people who are freaking out because it steals your location or it steals your data. So as every single like
Yeah.
app you use, Facebook does it. I'm
forgotten about
90%
Facebook. Like,
Instagram
that was
probably
one of
does
the
it.
biggest offenders
Only
with
people
that.
freak out about it because it's like China. China definitely doesn't have any other ties into any other mobile apps or websites that you totally use on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all, guys. Come on. You're safe. You're fine.
Yeah,
And it's just,
but
yeah.
but,
you're
but
not
at the same time, I don't have any problem with it getting removed.
neither do I.
It really is spyware. At the greatest extent.
I mean,
People who are whining about it getting taken down are stupid because first of all, most people who are whining are less than 25 years old. They're like
Yeah.
between 16 and 25 years old. I saw a video of one dude, generic looking white dude. He was like, guys, you need to stop them from taking it down. I'm going to lose my mansion. You are 18, bro.
Yeah.
Sell your mansion, use that money to go to college and live a normal life. It is
yeah,
not
my question is
like
do
you could live a
something
comfortable life.
I get building a platform and like a livelihood off of YouTube, But why fucking TikTok?
Yeah.
Why would
if
you
it really
build
matters, if you really
your
care
shit
about
on
all
TikTok?
that, just do what everyone in Vine did. Go to YouTube.
Just go to YouTube.
Just go to YouTube. You'll be fine.
Yeah. It's fucking. Why would you ever build your platform off of
5-second videos that people look at and forget.
Based app that people share and then just forget after like 2 seconds. All
Exactly.
you did was fucking make a funny dancing video and got like 2 million views off of it.
Because here's the thing: is you want to know why you're successful on TikTok? Because you are attractive. And it's okay because at least with Vine, as annoying as like people like Logan and Jake Paul and Lele Pons that came from Vine and are now on YouTube. Not that they're funny, but at least they had I understood why people would follow them because they actually had their own sense of comedy. There was a reason people like them besides their how attractive they are. With TikTok, it is literally you have a nice face. And that's why people like it.
It's literally just
and all the little girls are screaming about it. It's either it's either you're underage, you're 20 and you have nothing else to do and you're really bored and somehow you just got famous off of it, or you're a pedophile.
Allegedly.
That's it.
Allegedly.
Again, it's just, I don't know. It confuses me as to why people would build.
And understandably, they're freaking out because no one's gonna follow them.
Yeah.
They're just gonna look at Twitter or something for the Instagram for the next attractive people to look at. No one cares. Those people have no redeeming factors other than attraction, which they don't realize this. A lot of people have. A lot of people are attractive, dude. You aren't very special.
Yeah, if one of the top TikTok stars stop using TikTok, there's not going to be an uproar because they're just going to find some other
exactly
on TikTok.
Who's the biggest TikToker? The underage girl that
it was Charlie D'Amello or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
If she left TikTok, I'm not a TikToker. I don't have the app. I'm the only thing I say of TikTok is stuff that I get on Reddit and Instagram. So I don't know, but I can't imagine you'd be that upset.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just God, this country is going to shit, boss. Who wants to start our own country?
Our own
I think I do. Let's call it
Pedophile Island.
Kind of
I'm gonna call it Colombia.
send all the Smash fucking
Colombia.
send all the Smash pedophiles over to the island.
Mr. Beast,
Make
we
Colombia
became pro Smash players.
What?
Huh?
It's a video of Mr. Beast in prison. It's just we became pro Smash.
Yeah. Fucking Smash players. Oh God, I love that, man.
God damn, that's funny.
So that was TikTok.
That was TikTok.
We're 45 minutes in. Do we want to keep going? I was gonna talk about. If we're gonna keep going, can we talk about the obviously we're gonna have to talk about it at some point or not. The Black Lives Matter. I can't speak. The Black Lives Matter movement and the fact that they're taking down, and I'm using air quotes here, racial and racist statues.
How is
I thought we were getting into
George
that.
Washington racist?
How is Abraham Lincoln racist? How are any of the founding fathers? They own slaves. They own slaves. They fucking gave you your freedom. You fucking retard.
George Washington literally was president before we had African slaves. Before we started sourcing all our works to Africa. How is that racist? There were slaves. They're indentured servants. There were slaves. There's probably some Asian people in the mix too. But it wasn't mainly black people. How it was in this.
I think you're gonna get. I don't have any proof right now, but I feel like you're gonna get fact checked on that. But
I probably am.
You might get fact checked on that. I'd say.
I think you're gonna get fact checked hard.
I probably am. I don't care though. But I don't know. At that point, everyone owned slaves though. When there was the whole big, a lot of black slaves in America. It was just a normal thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing. It was just that was the normal.
Well, literally every country had slaves.
That is true. Enoch has a point. It was the norm back then before the actual American Revolution started.
The reason why there were so many Confederate statues and stuff like that was they were built up before pretty much black people had rights in America.
Yeah,
They
on
didn't
the
have
other
a
end of
say in it at all.
on the other end of the spectrum, though, people who have like pride in being Confederate, you don't have pride. You're just racist because the Confederacy existed for like, what,
Nowadays,
5 years.
it's like you should not be Confederate at all.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
support
you
the
should-
right to have Confederate flags, but I don't think it's because you support your heritage. I think you're just racist.
Yeah, no, my
Like-
brother has a Confederate flag, and
Listen, I'll
Well,
stay
we're
I'll stay
Asian, we
neutral
don't
on
have
this. I mean,
Confederacy in us.
usually when I stay neutral on things, I get called the one side that I'm not defending. But I mean, you know, I don't side with the Confederates, but everyone's, you know, everyone has their own opinion, I guess, you know, and it could be, like you said, like sort of like an inheritance sort of thing, like a heritage sort of thing, you know. I gotta protect my birthright, you know what I mean? I gotta protect my people. And, you know, not saying that being Confederate is, you know, inherently wrong. It is, I think it's wrong, but people can do whatever the hell they want. This is a free country, right?
Oh
I mean,
yeah, like the thing with
they can
I hate
believe in
Antifa because they literally are against freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Like I hate the people.
We can all agree that Antifa is fucking stupid and wrong.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
The fact that they say they're anti-fascist, but then again they do the same exact thing that fascists do. I mean,
it's not to say that it's like I support like the Nazis that they're going against, because the Nazis are awful people. Like the people who
Yeah, no,
support that
Nazis
are
are
awful
fucking-
people. They're
like
terrible
skinheads
people,
and
but
that.
at
Yeah,
the same
no,
time,
they're really bad people.
they have the right to
Again.
speak their mind.
they've got the right to, you know, freedom of expression, shit like that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, there's the people who are claiming that these statues are racist and shit like that. I mean, it's stupid. These are historical statues that have been up for what, 200 years plus, and we're taking them down because they're racist. Didn't they take down a fucking statue of Frederick Douglass,
Yeah.
the literal guy who told Lincoln to get rid of slaves?
Yeah,
And they deface the, what was it? Massachusetts regiment. That was the first regiment in the Civil War. That was all black people.
Oh yeah. They're
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
What? How is that?
How is that racist?
It was in the North. It's not like they were like slaves fighting for the South. No, that was in the
not to
North.
say that some of the statues they've taken down aren't racist. There are definitely some bad ones that
They
they
have
probably
taken down
taken
racist
down.
statues.
most of them they're taking down of our founding fathers, who obviously gave you your freedom, who have
And I
totally
have
said,
heard.
hey, fuck racism, fuck slaves, we're gonna give you your freedom, and
I've
that's
heard
exactly what they did.
From a couple people that, like, the way they're defending that is, hey, Germany doesn't have statues of Hitler, but they know who Hitler is, so why don't we take down all the statues because history isn't made in statues? It's like, it doesn't make sense. Hitler was a bad person. That's why they don't have statues of Hitler.
Exactly.
George Washington was a great person.
Yeah.
That's why we have statues of George Washington.
Yeah, and I mean and again, like the whole Confederate thing, like maybe I can understand taking down Confederate statues because they were Confederates, but again, they were also people. They were human. They were like you and me. I mean, sure, maybe their views are a little lopsided, but again,
Well,
they have the right to expression, and so does everyone else.
So another thing that I find this is kind of moving away because, in a way, I think you could. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think you could defend taking down the statues. You know what you can't do? All these companies, like media companies, like I think like an episode of The Golden Girls where like
Game of.
Betty White had she was wearing a mud mask,
Game
and Hulu took the episode off because of blackface.
yeah.
It's like, first of all, that's not what she was doing. She was not doing blackface. It was a mud mask. And two, you are not helping.
Oh yeah.
You are not doing anything to
So-
help. Stop doing that.
Back on the actual statues thing, just real quick, the Washington Monument. So I want to state something that literally just happened, like year comparison. So and you know, I'm gonna be going off of CNN here, and we all know we don't really like CNN, but still,
I don't
think,
like any fucking
something
news
like
source.
yeah, that's true. So I think something like last year, you know, on Independence Day, It might have not even been last year. It might have been a couple months before the whole Black Lives Matter movement started. After I don't want to be rude here. I forgot his name. What's his name?
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
How do you forget that?
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking.
Cut it out. Just cut it out.
I know that's bad.
Cut it out.
But what I'm
Maybe
saying
just
is,
imagine
before that happened, before the movement started, they were saying, all these good things about the 4 presidents that are up there in the Washington Monument. And the one day that I'm not defending Donald Trump here. Again, I'm neutral on everything. The one day that Donald Trump sets up
the camera,
sets up a fucking like firework or whatever the hell he wanted to do on the 4th of July, the presidents are fucking racist. These guys are fucking racist. Because Donald Trump set up something on the 4th of July, like a fireworks display or something like that.
How did they not rise up and stuff like that when we actually had a black president that would have been all for this?
Because of COVID. Like, not saying that them arguing for their less police. I don't think that's only because of COVID. I think that's legitimate out of a fear of getting killed. But I think a lot of it is getting pent up inside. I think America is restless.
Yeah, we want another war. Let's go to war with China. Can we go to war with China?
They're making COVID a lot worse though, just because they're doing all these riots.
Not to say not to say what you're rioting for isn't a good thing. It's at the same time,
you're kind of stupid for rioting.
Hold on for a year.
I respect everyone for protesting and stuff like that. None of the riots. I don't respect any of the riots. But I respect the protests. Why couldn't you just hold off until we were in the clear?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I respect the protests. This is what he literally just Enoch said. I respect the protests. I don't respect the riots. The people who are behind the riots are criminals. They are bad people, and they're only using someone's death. They're using George Floyd's death as a way to be a criminal.
Yeah, no, the people who the people who are looting stuff, that is not at all helping. You're making you're actually making your cause look worse.
Yeah.
By looting.
Or
protests are completely fine. Protests are very respectable, but just the looting of private businesses that had no influence in what happened that day does not help. It makes your cause look worse. You give a bad name for a lot of people who there's quite a bunch of people that I don't want to say are racist, but don't really support. I think the entire point of the riots are stupid. Which I don't think. I think there's a very good reason for them rioting, but it's already adding negative attention that you don't really want.
Right.
Especially with something that this monumental, you kind of don't want to be, stealing stuff from people
it's the whole issue of anonymity. That's a hell hard word to say. People who can hide behind a cause or behind a mask will be, they're going to do something very sinister. They're going to be cynical. They're going to do bad things. And again, that just sets a whole horrible example for the whole movement in which you started, in which you say that you support. And when you do these things, you are doing quite the opposite. So,
Dominic, you had a rant, right?
Dominic,
nothing.
You haven't said something in a while. You go off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just been waiting. And then we got into the portion that we probably weren't gonna get into in this podcast.
That we said we wanted to.
Yeah, I swear we said we're not gonna get into the politics, the big shit that everybody's aware of right now.
There's not much else to talk about.
Exactly. We're pretty much just talking about what's going on in the world today. We're not doing anything wrong. Sure, we might not want to get political, but when half of everyone else is doing the same thing and getting political, fuck it. If we can't beat them, join them. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about your views, if you want to talk about your shit, go ahead. That's your fucking opinion.
I've got something to talk about that I think is going to make Nick happy that doesn't have anything to do with Corona, black people, or Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
Hey, sorry.
Do we have to cancel Enoch now?
Guys, please don't.
Guys,
I only have followers on Instagram, please. Hey, Nick. Shaved. You're
You know,
Oh,
welcome.
he shaved. Oh,
You know-
Shaved.
I don't know if you can
You
do
know-
this.
Is shaved after 5 months,
if it-
and I only had peach fuzz.
Enoch, shut the fuck up. Dominic, go off. You haven't said
All right.
anything in a while.
All
Just
right,
go.
so this
We're
is
gonna
a
let you
pretty recent thing that I have learned based off of my DCS gameplay that I've been going off here. So
boy.
I started getting back into GTA, and
Tell me
I'm
what
looking
DCS is real quick.
at Digital Combat Simulator. It's a fucking flight
Yeah.
sim. It's pretty
It's a
fun,
flight sim.
honestly. Yeah. So I started getting back into GTA. I was playing that, and I was looking at the missiles that they have there. I was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. And the reason why I say that is because it's an air-to-air missile that can track ground targets and is a morph of a Fox 2 and a Fox 3 missile. And it's been pissing me off since. It's so fucking stupid. You know what a Fox 2 and a Fox 3 and Fox 1 are, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
Totally,
honest,
but the
I-
viewers
I-
at home that
I-
know should
I-
do
I-
what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
hold
know,
on.
but maybe the viewers might not
I'm
know.
a
Do you
professional
though?
in that field, but
Can
I think
can
the viewers at home might not
I think this is
know.
something me and Dom want to talk about real quick. I don't know if you guys might understand. So
Probably not.
I'm just gonna ask the question. Do you mean?
You're too stupid. You guys are just too stupid to understand.
Well, technically, yes, you are.
On another level.
Shut up! Shut up. Okay, so do you mean like Fox 2 like as the literal name of the missile, or are you talking like AGMs and shit like that?
I'm talking about like the actual tracking system on the missile itself.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just making
Yeah,
sure.
like
Okay,
I mean,
keep going.
it. Am I wrong? I mean, if you look at them, like
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna explain it anyways, since small brain boys over here don't know what a Fox 2 is. So Fox 1 is a semi-active radar guided missile, which means that you have to maintain a lock on the target from launch to impact of the missile. A Fox 2 is an infrared guided missile, so it controls onto heat. It will go towards heat
Right, fire
sources.
forget.
Yeah.
Heat.
Easily distracted by flares or other heat sources. You can shoot at the sun if you wanted to. Fox
Oh,
3s
hell yeah,
is a
dude.
active radar guided missile, which means that you can lock onto a target, send it, and then the missile will go into what's it called? Pitbull, right? And then it will
Yeah.
completely disconnect its radar from the aircraft and will just lock on to its initial target and will send itself towards it.
Also fire and forget. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, generally, yes. So
Generally, yeah.
yeah. And if you look at the GTA 5's missiles, you can track onto a target, and your RWR will pick up the missile like a Fox 3. And when you send it, it can easily be distracted by a flare, which is an IR missile. Doesn't make too much sense to me, honestly. And the fact that you can
Okay.
hit ground targets with it too, it doesn't make much sense either.
Okay, but can we just say right now that was the game?
Well, yes, it is a game, but it's pissing me
It's a
off
game
now.
that every time
it's a
you
game,
reload,
okay.
you rack the bullet, even though
it's a
it
game.
may or may not be an active
It's a
reload.
game where you can strap a chair to a jet engine and call it a bike.
Exactly.
Yes,
Stop
but
con-
still,
stop
it's
complaining about fucking missile tracking systems.
hey! You wanted me to come up with a topic. I got a fucking topic.
Okay, listen.
He has a top.
That's a rant.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
I can't
Can
get
you let me rant about
Uh-huh.
my dumb, incoherent zombie speech? So,
Yeah, honestly.
It wasn't really a rant. It
Talk,
was just
talk about it
Dominic
more,
here.
actually.
Bro, what more the zombies?
Yes.
What about the zombies?
Do you really wanna try to get that?
Zombies are zombies, and they'd be like nom nom, and then zombies.
Okay. All right,
Wow,
all right.
you're fucking stupid.
Okay. So, do we have any more topics we want to talk about? Anything else going on in your world, on in my world, on in anyone else's world that we can talk about? And we got any topics? Like, flash fire, go.
Except
Quick,
SpaceX
go.
was a thing. They went to space recently.
Okay.
Wow,
Yep, that's true.
they're doing
Yeah,
their
good
jobs.
topic.
That's surprising.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Alright.
crazy. They finally did it.
All right. Any actual long topics that we might want to discuss? Go once.
Nothing.
Going twice.
Nothing.
Talk more about cabinets.
cabinets. Anyways, I bought like a $10,000 cabinet the other day. I'm kind of excited to see
It's
what I
full
get.
of children.
On it for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh man, a dead child's in here.
They were all kind of dead, but I mean, I guess I get a nice cabinet.
Holy
No,
crap.
no, it's low quality cabinet. You're paying for the child.
Just think,
Jesus Christ.
if we ever make it in the world, and like someone sees episode 2 Zingers Podcast, this is the most
We're not making it in the
cancelable
world.
episode ever.
Even if we did, I think we should delete everything from here because of how low quality it is.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just preface this, even though we've already fucking done basically the whole episode. We're getting controversial. Okay?
Oh yes,
We're
yes.
I'll put it in the front of the video.
Are we gonna make this a warning on
If
every
you're
single
gonna
episode?
cancel us over having our own opinions, go fuck yourself.
No one's gonna
Alright.
cancel us, dude. There's gonna be 3 people who see this.
Listen, yeah,
Hey, 3 people.
one out of those 3 people will like probably try and start something. I'm just gonna say this now. These are our opinions. We are entitled to them. If you disagree with our opinion, go fuck yourself.
No.
You can't disagree with an opinion.
Disagree with
I'm
our
the 3
opinion. You're
people.
probably the person that took down George Washington's statue.
Yeah. Okay. So
You suck farts right there.
I mean, listen.
Go suck an egg.
I respect if you don't respect my opinion, but also I could give less of a shit. So
It's the light of the First Amendment.
exactly.
I'll exercise my
Anyways.
spectrum if I want to.
On that note, if we don't have any more topics to talk about, I think
Uh,
I'd say this
goodbye.
was the second podcast.
Alright.
So,
That was awful.
Do we want any leaving remarks? I mean, are we still recording here? or-
Everybody wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart from everyone, and wear a mask if you go indoors.
If you're not gonna do one of those, just lock lips with everyone. Just
Just try to
get in
build
there
up
and max them.
body counts.
Suck a
Try to
fart out of
beat
my
the
ass.
record of, what was it, like 60 people within a minute?
Try and beat the record for infecting someone. Fucking bug
Oh, why
catcher.
not?
Become a bug catcher if you're not going to wear a mask, okay?
HIV and donate your blood. Anyways, it's been good, people.
Anyways,
hate
you.
it's,
Here's podcast. We all enjoyed. Love you all.
with that, again, controversial topics. We're entitled to our
And
own
that-
opinions.
and-
You're entitled to your own opinions, and it's
And it-
it's been fun, guys. We got to do a third one soon. Let's not actually put this off, all right?
Oh, that's definitely gonna happen
wait
anyways.
Another year.
It's gonna happen anyways, but let's just get it done at some point,
See
all
you in
right?
2 weeks. As in 2
see
weeks,
you in
as in
3
2
months.
months.
See you all very soon.
See you all in
Thank you guys for watching.
2022.